Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Kaba Ilco number L1011-L4. This is a Corbin Russwin, key blank. It's intended for Corbin Russwin. Would be their typical L4 keyway. 7-pin, a little bit less common being the 7-pin length. But certainly not unheard of. You could do this key blank probably from certainly from Corbin Russwin in an L4 as a 5-pin, 6-pin, 7-pin. I think this part number from Corbin Russwin would be L4-7-pin-10 would be the original part number. But this is a great looking key blank. Nickel silver, has that brass plating on it. Okay, information you can see up above, L1011-L4. There are images down below that will allow you to review the profile of this key blank. Okay, so L4 is the standard key blank from Corbin Russwin. If you need a key blank for Corbin Russwin, it certainly could be L4. And it very likely is if it's a more modern lock. However, because it's Corbin Russwin, meaning it's P.F. Corbin, Russell and Irwin, Corbin Russwin, you've got 150 plus years of evolution of keyways. So there are scores upon scores upon scores of different keyways that you could have. L4 happens to be the default. If you ordered from us a Corbin Russwin keyway, I would ask a Corbin Russwin lock or cylinder, I would ask the keyway. But if someone didn't ask, they would, by default, likely send you an L4. So let's switch to the screen view where we can take a look at some supporting information on this Kaba Ilco blank. Okay, so this is the item that we are looking at, and not much to see here, but the link to the manufacturer's page here will certainly give us a lot more information. So from that link to the manufacturer's page, let's take a look at the key blank catalog, which is here. And then when that document loads, and by the way, it's section 2 of this catalog. It's like the purple or fuchsia colored section. Section 2. It will have, okay, I stopped pretty close to the page. 1011-L4. L1011-L4. Is that our one? Okay, that was a lucky chance. L1011-L4. So we are literally looking at the 7-pin version of the L4 keyway. This structure here, what they're trying to show you here is the multiplex nature of this family. Okay, and what they're saying is you've got an L1, an L2, an L3, and an L4 in 5, 6, and 7-pin lengths. The keyways that are here, this L12 and L34, will pass into each of their 2 separate columns. This key blank here would be considered an all-section blank and will pass into all of these cylinders. This would be what's called a multi-section blank. That's the all-section blank. There are no cylinders at all down here. This is where the cylinders would be. Okay, not a lot to this. But this key blank catalog is super nice because L1011-L4, we can search the document for that part number, and it will come up, and we're going to see it in all of the instances of where it does come up. And where it comes up is as a cross-reference as well. And I believe I said, and this is the rear of the catalog, their cross-reference. And I did believe I said that the part number from Corbin would be L4-7-pin-10, and that is indeed what it is. So that's the only times, it only shows up in this catalog 6 times, 1 time in the cross-reference. And we can even dive a little bit deeper. We'll go to the Corbin Russwin. Since you're dealing obviously with Corbin Russwin, let's dive a little deeper, go to the Corbin Russwin manufacturer page on the site, and specifically fire up the cylinder manual. The cylinder manual is very handy because this is the encyclopedic governing document when it comes to all things keying related, cylinder and keying related, from Corbin Russwin and their history of all of this material. If you deal with Corbin Russwin, you are certainly going to want to be very familiar with this document, or at least know where to find it and know how to, or read through it once and then be able to go back and say, oh, okay, I need to know what we're dealing with, such as what's the difference between non-System 70 and System 70. So that L series is a Z class, and while this is a tremendous document, we're just, in terms of the history of Corbin and Russwin, we're kind of going to scroll through it to get to what we're just looking for. And I've been through this document so many times that I kind of know where it's all hidden. The L2 had been introduced as a simplex keyway for 1975 for Corbin cabinet locks, limited line of architectural hardware. The keys and cylinders only bore the Emhart brand name. When the CCL division was sold, L2 remained with Corbin Russwin. Okay. With the merging of Corbin and Russwin brands in 1993, L2 was expanded into this 4-key section multiplex system. L4 replaced the 60 and the D1 as the stock keyway at that time. So L4 has been the standard keyway for 27 years at this point. So like I said, if no one specifies, it's probably going to be an L4 that you get. I wouldn't leave it to chance. You will certainly want to specify the keyway, but L4 is the stock keyway. But as you scroll through here, it's just pages upon pages. Like I said, scores and scores and scores. So this is a Z class, they said, available in 5, 6, or 7 pin. Z class biddings are on 62, 63, and 64. Nice to know it's the reverse of the Russwin D series. So let's switch to pages 62, 63, and 64. And what we're going to find here is our depth and spacing charts. Z class. System 70. That is, in 1970, they phased from a 2-step to a single-step system. That's what System 70 stands for. Corbin Russwin Z and DH class covers that L1 through L4. That's what's called your depth and spacing chart. System 70 only, high security. So if you're doing Emhart, here's your depth and spacing chart. This is a discontinued system of high security cylinder construction from Corbin Russwin, long discontinued. You can't buy this material from the factory, although I think you can buy the pins and whatnot that will go into your kit. And then you have your pre-System 70. So before 1970, they had a 2-step system, and here's your depth and spacing chart for the L family, which is here. Okay, so interesting material. Back to the Kaba Ilco manufacturer's page. You can pull up, obviously, that key blank catalog. You can pull up not only that, but all of the Kaba Ilco products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalogs of their key machines, of their brass cylinder manual, other encyclopedic documents. I have stuff here on Gemini, which is a dimple system key from Kaba Ilco, which I understand they're considering phasing out or sunsetting at this time. Corbin Russwin, Kaba Ilco, they all have high security platforms that are current and modern and are still under patent protection. So if you needed to discuss high security cylinders, let us know. We'd be happy to help you with that. Let's switch back to the camera view and wrap up this video. In conclusion, a very nice quality key blank from Corbin Russwin from Kaba Ilco. I have to tell you, the Corbin Russwin original blanks aren't really that expensive. And I can also tell you that I've had, I think in 30 years, I had one Kaba Ilco blank that was clearly mismanufactured. It was off like by 0.006 of an inch, which is, might as well be a mile in the terms of locksmithing. The blade height on this blank is 0.343. 0.343. The length of the 7-pin blade from the shoulder stop to the end of the blade itself, not to the tip of the key blank, I'd say it'd be about 1.215. 1.215 from here to right there, where my fingernail is, right to the tip there, 1.215. Okay. Any questions on the Kaba Ilco part number L1011 L4 key blank or any other Kaba Ilco product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.